In this video, you're going to learn how to make realistic watercolor brushes in Photoshop. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your own realistic watercolor brushes from scratch. These brushes are going to be very customizable and you'll be able to make multiple variations of watercolors just by changing the textures and the brush settings. Alright, so let's get started. So to create this brush, we're going to need a couple of things first. The first thing we're going to need is a watercolor brush stain, just like the one you see here. I downloaded this one from Texture Labs and I like to use this one because it has a nice rounded shape and it has some watercolor stains on the edges. And we're going to be converting this as a brush preset. The next thing we're going to need is a watercolor texture background that we're also going to be using as a texture for our brush. So if I show you the original, this was just a normal watercolor texture. I changed the canvas to a 1:1 aspect ratio. Then I desaturated the image and then I converted it to a seamless watercolor texture. So if I go here to view and then choose pattern preview, you can see that I removed the seams from the edges and this texture is now repeatable without any seams. And if you want to learn how to make seamless texture patterns like this, make sure to let me know in the comments below and I'll make a video on that. Alright, so the last thing we're gonna need is another texture for our brush and we're gonna be using it as a dual brush for our watercolor. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain that later. The only thing that you need to know here is that I took a normal soft brush from the general brushes folder and I just clicked once in the middle. The most important thing here is that you need to make sure that this brush stamp is not making any hard edges on the canvas. So if you make a brush bigger than the canvas, it's gonna make some hard edges like this. So we're gonna make sure that is smaller than the canvas and we're gonna accept the changes. Then we can make sure that it's centered in the canvas by selecting everything with Command or Control A and then center it horizontally and vertically. I'll also provide all of these for you to download so you can follow along easily. Alright, so let's go back to the brush stain and the first thing we're gonna need to do here is to convert this one as a brush preset. We don't need to make any changes to this for now. You just need to make sure that the brush is black and the background is white. If yours is not, make sure to add a levels adjustment layer by clicking on Command or Control L and add some contrast to make sure that the background is 100% white. Then click on OK. And now we can go to Edit, then Define Brush Preset. We can name this one Watercolor. Next we can go to our paper texture. Then we also go to Edit and this time go to Define Pattern. We're gonna call this one Watercolor Texture. Click on OK and the last thing is this one. And we're going to convert this one as a brush preset. We're going to call this one Watercolor Dual Brush. Alright, so now we have everything we need to create the watercolor brush. So we're going to create a new layer here. I'm going to also create a solid color with a white background color so we can see what we are working with. And if you right click on the canvas with the brush tool selected, you will see that these are the two brushes that we just created. We're going to start with the first one with the watercolor brush. And this is how it looks like. So to make this look like realistic watercolor, we're going to need to change some brush settings first. Open up the brushes panel here and then go to brush settings. If you don't see this panel, you can open it by going to window and then go to brush settings here. Alright, let's start by decreasing the brush size to a small size. And then let's start by brush tip shape. The first thing we need to do is to reduce the spacing all the way down to 1%. We don't need spacing for this particular brush. Next, we're going to enable shape dynamics. And the first thing we need to do is to change the control to pen pressure. This will control the size of the brush. The harder you press on your pen, the bigger the brush is going to be. And then the next thing is the angle jitter. We're going to change this one to direction. So now if I press lightly with my pen tablet, you can see that the brush size is small. And if I press harder, it's going to be bigger. Next, we're going to enable scattering. We're going to make sure it's scattering on both axes. And we actually don't need too much. We're going to only need about 15 to 20%. We're going to increase the count to about 4 or 5 so we can have a smooth brush. And that's it for scattering. Now let's enable texture. And as you can see, I have the pattern texture that we created before automatically applied. If it's not, make sure to click here and then click on the watercolor texture that you just created. So we're going to keep the scale to 100%. The most important thing to change here is to make sure that texture each tip is unchecked, and then the mode is set to subtract. Now as you can see, the texture is visible on our brush. The texture is a little bit harsh for the moment, so we can start by reducing the depth so that the texture is not as prominent on our brush. We're going to come back to the texture settings later. Let's enable transfer next. And here we're going to make sure control is set to pen pressure for the opacity jitter and also for the flow jitter. We're going to set the minimum from 15 to 20%. And now our texture will not be as strong when we press lightly on the mouse. When we press harder, it's going to be more visible. Next, you can enable smoothing if you want to, and then you can increase the smoothing from here. We can increase the smoothing to about 15 to 20%, and this will help you make smoother strokes when you are painting. I'm going to actually change my color here to a more vibrant color. Now, the secret to having this brush looks like real watercolor and having those wet edges is by using dual brush. Let me show you how you can do that. We have this option here that says dual brush. You need to enable that. And now from this list, you need to find that brush you just created. First, we're going to need to change the blending mode here to linear height. And then we're going to find the brush that we just created, which is here at the bottom. I'm going to select that. And as you can see, we have two brushes on top of each other. So for my testing that I did before, I chose a size of from 100 to 120 pixels. And then the spacing is going to be low, about 10 to 11%. The scattering will be 23%. And then the count will be 3. Let's decrease the size just a little bit more. And now as you can see, we have that really nice wet edge that we are looking for. Now I can come back to texture, and I actually want to decrease the depth a little bit more. I'm going to increase the contrast and the brightness a little bit more as well. So these are the settings that I settled with. We kept the scale about 100%, the brightness to -30, the contrast to -4, and the depth to 17%. So this is how the brush looks like. If I press lightly on the mouse, we're not gonna see the texture very much. When you press harder and harder, the brush size is going to be bigger, and we're gonna see more of the wet edges, just like that. Another thing that we can do here is to change the blending mode to multiply. Now when you paint another stroke on top of this, you will see that the overlapping part is going to get darker, similar to a real watercolor brush. So that's pretty much it for the settings on this watercolor brush. Now we can save it as brush preset, so we can save all those settings that we just changed. We can do that by clicking on the menu on the top right corner here, and then choose New Brush Preset. And then you can choose to capture the brush size in the preset, which is in this case 119. You can include the tool settings, of course, which is the settings that we changed here and also here. And then you can choose to include the color. Most of the time I don't save the color, and then you can just click OK to save the brush preset. Now if you go to your brushes here, you'll find it at the bottom here. So this is one variation of the watercolor that we just created, but you can create many more variations by changing the brush settings. So let me show you how you can do that. With this brush selected, we can go back to the brush settings, and then from here you can change the texture of the brush by choosing another watercolor pattern. Let me make a stroke and show you the current texture. And now we can choose another texture. I have many watercolor textures that I created before. We can choose this one. And then from here we can increase the depth and the contrast a little bit. And then I'm gonna reduce the brightness. And now we have a different variation of our watercolor. We can also change the dual brush settings from here. If you want your brush to look a little more wet, you can start by increasing the scattering from here and controlling the brush size. So as you can see, the brush now looks like a wet watercolor. And then once you're done with all your settings, you can click again here and create a new brush preset from that. And now you have a different brush. I have spent more time and created another watercolor with the same brush. And as you can see here, it's similar to the one we just created, but its settings were fine-tuned a little bit more. And here's another one with the dry edge style. If you are finding this tutorial helpful so far, make sure to give me a like down below and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming tutorials like this one in the future. So you can use the techniques that I showed you today to create a lot of variations of watercolor brush types by tweaking the settings and changing the brush types and textures and also the dual brush. And if you like to download the brush that we created today, you can find it on my website by following the link in the description of this video. This brush is one of so many brushes that I created and included in my watercolor brush set, so if you don't like to do all the work yourself, you can also download my watercolor brush set from my website. This brush set includes everything you need to start creating realistic digital watercolor artwork in Photoshop with ease. From wet edge brushes to dry edge brushes, pressure controlled brushes, brushes for painting details, soft washes, and so many more. Each brush has been carefully crafted and fine-tuned to mimic the natural flow and movement of real watercolor paint, so check the links in the description to download my watercolor brush set if you are interested. I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you, Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.